Hi, I'm Anita from Westpaw and this is my dog, Sam. I'm also a dog trainer and a dog behavior consultant. Today we are going to talk about our Qwizl, a puzzle toy from our Richmond assortment. The Qwizl is made from the Zobaflex material, which is 100% thermoplastic. It's non-toxic, it's latex free and it's FDA compliant, which means that it's also safe in combination with food. It's dishwasher safe, which is important for hygienic reasons to clean well. We have it in two sizes, the small and the large. The Qwizl has an opening on two sides so that you can easily put a dental stick or any other stick, like for instance we have a beef stick here, into the Qwizl. You can put it all the way through. It has two openings where the dog still can smell the treat, but also when he starts licking, the treat in the Qwizl gets softer and that makes to help it out, get it out. But also, if you freeze it, for instance, with stuff, the dog can still, by licking, getting something out of here. What are the benefits from the Qwizl? There are many. Of course, first of all, it takes much longer to finish the treat. And certainly for dogs that eat very fast, it's safer because they are not swallowing a big piece at once. It's also very easy to hold between their paws. And for short-nosed breeds that are getting out of breath very easily, like the French Bulldog types, it's easy because they don't have to get up and down and can chew on it in an easy way. But also for senior dogs with arthritis or any other dog that has an injury or in pain, it's a perfect toy because they can keep it between their paws and lay down and still work on it. We advise not to give it to very young puppies. So puppies up till 14, 15 weeks, it's better to give them another treat toy to test. Simply because it's too difficult for those dogs to get it out and they are getting so tired while they have to do many other things during the day to get used on daily life, and that also will tire them out. Of course, if you make it very easy for these puppies by filling it only with a few small treats, you can do it. And that's immediately the other thing. It makes dogs really tired to work on their food. It's mentally stimulating the brain. So it's a little bit the same as if we have to do a final exam. So physically we are not so tired, but mentally we are really tired. And it depends all, of course, how difficult it is to get the treat out of it. And therefore it's also a perfect toy to use when it's in summer very warm or in winter very cold, or your dog has an injury and you cannot walk for a longer time. The dog still has a lot of energy, so give him a Qwizl with a treat inside and he will get tired anyway. It also stimulates the problem-solving part in the brain. And we see that dogs that do a lot of puzzle toys are also better in daily life to solve problems. They have to find a solution to get the treat out of it, so that part of the brain is going to be active. It activates the chemical processes in the brain too. And that means that certain neurotransmitters and hormones are activated. Like for instance, dopamine. And dopamine is a happy hormone, but it also activates the rewarding system in the brain. Since it's a reward to get more food out of it, that part of the brain is motivated, and that means that your dog keeps being motivated. Also, serotonin will be released, and that is also a happy hormone. But what it does as well is it helps to focus the dog more and also to calm down the dog. And then, last but not least, endorphins are released. And certainly for dogs in pain, and unfortunately more and more dogs in pain, helps to reduce the pain. But not only that, it also reduces the stress levels and it improves the mood of the dog. Working on a Qwizl helping them to distract them from the pain and feeling better. And since they don't have to get up and down because they can put it in their paws so easily, it's a great toy for these dogs. Going to the packaging. The packaging on the front, we mention what type of toy it is. In this case, we call it a puzzle toy. On the back, we say what type of chewing behavior. The Qwizl is made for tough chewers. And also, as all our toys, it's backed up by our Love It guarantee, which means that if the toy is damaged within the 6 months after buying, the dog owner can come back to your store and they can have one time a free replacement or a refund. If you give a free replacement, we recommend you not to give the Qwizl again, because we know that that's not the good toy for that unique dog, but to give them a toy from our other tough chewing range. Very important is to use a Qwizl step by step. So what you do in the beginning is make it really easy. And that means just put a few very small treats or a kibble in it, so that the moment that the dog is going to work on it, the kibble is falling out. And that's the moment that the brain is activated. You do that a few times and then you make it step by step more difficult. So, as I said, put a dental stick in it or any other stick that fits in the topple. And you can push it all the way through so that it makes it more difficult. You can also put some fresh meat or fresh fish in it and then freeze it. That makes it even a bigger challenge. So look at your dog if he can work with those big challenges. Then some merchandising tips for in your store. What you could do is in the first Qwizl that you hang on the shelf, put a dental stick or another stick that fits in the Qwizl. In this way, the customer immediately sees what the purpose is of the Qwizl, and that makes it easier for the dog owner. Another tip is to have a Qwizl available without packaging, where you can maybe give it to the dog owner with a treat to test, so that the dog owner can see how the dog is working with the treat and the Qwizl. That will certainly help to give a better understanding how the Qwizl is working. Then the third tip is to hang some treats that fits in the Qwizl near the shelf of the toys where the Qwizl is hanging, or to put a Qwizl and put it near the shelf where the treats are. Again, in this way, the dog owner sees immediately what fits together, and that will help to get a better understanding and to have a better sales. If you have any questions, look at our website, qwizl.com, or contact us.